All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know any
Dun,
lyrics
dun,
for this. I know this.
baby, here I am. I'm the man on your scene.
The what? Hold up. What were you doing?
Oh, hard to handle.
Okay. No.
Otis Redding?
No. Oh, wait. Okay. That makes sense. I'm thinking Symphony. Marley Marl and the.
Oh, you go. Nah, man.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm going older. I'm older. That's older school.
Right. That's the first thing I'm thinking of. Okay. Never mind. All right. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies for those you brilliant host Leroy, aka Coldplay is watching you, with my co-host.
That's what they get. Yeah, this is Eli, aka C3 Pizza. Oh,
biggity bam. There you go. All right. And also with our co-host, the AI. We got to give them a shout out.
All hail the Doombot.
You better, otherwise you're gonna pay for it later on. So yeah. All right. So like I said, back to the episode, we're not gonna just play around with it. We're not gonna do any preliminary. We're gonna just jump into it. I don't even know what the show is about. We're just gonna go into it. Just see what happens.
Be freestyling.
Yeah, we're just gonna freestyle this whole show. No notes, just go. But what we can do, I guess, let me turn that around a little bit. Okay. Superman dropped last week. Yeah. I went 2 hours on it last week. And I challenged Eli to do 2 hours this week.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
It's going to happen. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about how did Superman do? Because here's the thing about the box office. Anytime a movie comes out, we always praise. We always say, the box office does. Oh, this movie is the greatest movie of all time. Until we get the box office numbers and it flops, and now we hate the movie. Like Thunderbolts. Y'all cannot say y'all didn't do that because I know y'all did that. Eli, they said Thunderbolts was the greatest movie Marvel ever made. Until the box office. Then they said it. So what did Superman do this week? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Superman and see what we did. Okay, yeah. So Eli, can you give me the number one movie of the week?
Is it still Superman?
Or is it I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Oh shit. That movie looks like shit. It better not be.
You said the first movie looked like shit. Anyway, yes, Superman was number one this week. But here's the thing, not only was the number one movie this week, it had a 54% drop off in the second week, which is actually pretty damn good. Okay. That's better than any Marvel movie in years.
Okay. So,
hold up. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
Oh, shit. I got to get my glasses.
Shit, me too. Can you motivation because my grandpa died? Yeah. Man, yes. Shout out to you, ZBS, holding his hand. And he was just, I hate that it happened for you, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Condolences to you and your family.
Yeah, prayers up for you and your family. So, yeah, so we're going to talk about Superman. Like I said, it was a pretty good weekend, second weekend, still number 2. It has already crossed 400 million. So, just alone that 400 million makes it the highest grossing superhero movie of 2025 already. That's not a very high bar.
Superhero movie. Okay. Yeah.
Superhero movie. Just superhero movie. Just comic book movie. You got to think about all that came out and like, oh yeah, it did cross that bar.
I don't know Minecraft, but I guess that doesn't count.
That is not count. That is a video game movie, which it is completely crushed Superman. So yeah, Minecraft is the new Superman. You're welcome, ZBS. Yeah. Not only that, let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, not only is Superman the highest grossing superhero movie of 2025, it's also the second highest DC movie of the last 5 years, like of this decade, because it's 2025. Let's start in 2020. The only movie that I grossed was the Batman. That's the only movie that beat it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's right. I was like, what piece? Yeah, we had Aquaman. Oh yeah, and the Flash, Rebirth or whatever.
Yeah, or Blue Beetle.
Oh, that's right, Blue Beetle.
Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah. That went on HBO though. That wasn't that. That's not to say that.
No, it came to the theaters.
Did it go out?
Here's the crazy thing about it. Suicide Squad came to the theaters, but the drop off, like the second week drop off, was even bigger than Superman's. It's like people saw it in theaters, like I ain't going back to the shit. That's it. It's okay. What other DC movie? Black Adam.
Oh, one of the Shazam movies in the second Shazam 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
Black Adam. Yeah.
Oh, The Rock. I didn't watch his Instagram recently. But I think he, like in James Gunn last interview, I think James Gunn take a shot at him, and he was saying shit.
Oh, really?
But I'm not gonna get into it. That's
is James Gunn gonna smell what the Rock's got cooking?
it might too. Yeah, I think Rock was like some jabroni was on here talking about some shit about me.
You tell James Gunn to take a shoe and turn it sideways.
Sticking up your candy ass. Yeah, that's what's going on. Like that said. So, like I said, the movie is doing good. But, however, if you want to look at the box office numbers across seas, that's where the numbers are struggling right now. Overseas, not fucking with it. China has pretty much sworn off American movies. That's pretty much where the box office is struggling right now, because China used to be 100 million overseas like that. Not now. I think Superman opened in China like at number 9, so it's like oh, is that a
yeah? I kind of figured stuff like this would start.
Yeah, and that's what people saying, like, why the box office ain't the same like it was. That's why China don't fuck with these movies no more. China got their own movies. There's only $1 billion movie this year, and it's a China movie.
Yeah.
So they're not fucking. And
China's going to start watching Rwandan movies,
right, before they watch that shit. Well, I take that back. I think Lilo and Stitch did cross the $1 billion. I think it just did like this.
Oh, over there.
Well, no, over here.
Just okay.
Yeah, but I think Lilo and Stitch is like the only American billion dollar movie. I think that's the only one. So yeah. So overall, yeah, Superman is doing pretty good. People want to complain. I know people wishing it was bad, but overall, it's doing good. That's all we can say. Not great, good.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that. Yeah. Because this thing, like I said, we can't say a movie is good or bad until we see the box office. We all have our opinions. We all can like a movie, but until the box office come back, it's a bad movie. That's how it is.
Yeah, I like that one Hellboy movie that came out before COVID.
Did it come on streaming? Did it just go straight to HBO?
Oh, that new one. Oh, The Crooked Man. Oh, yeah, The Crooked Man. No, that went straight to streaming, right?
I
was talking about the one before that.
I have no idea how many Hellboy movies are out there.
The one with David Harbour, yeah. The one where David Harbour played him.
Right.
Which I actually enjoyed, but no one else did. But,
right.
What do I know? Don't listen to me. I don't know shit.
You're the Hellboy expert. When we do another Hellboy review, well, actually,
that ain't happening for a while.
Okay.
After Crooked Man, I don't see a Hellboy movie getting made for, at least a decade.
I don't know. Somebody might crank it out. You never know. Now, before we go into Eli's 2-hour Superman review, something else I want to review also, want to talk about also. A movie you did want to talk about. Where is it? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did.
I don't want to talk about that.
We got to, Eli. We have to. It's a hot topic.
I can complain about that movie for 2 hours.
Complain about the 90 one. How about that? But the thing is, so the movie is out. I don't know what happened. Who the fuck cares what happened? The point is, if you watch the red carpet, some interesting things that struck the news. Jennifer Love Hewitt showed up, and she was little thicker, little.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying, But you know how the internet is. You know how the internet is. They saw it and they started throwing all kind of nasty terms and stuff like that, blah blah blah, and all like that. Look, man. Look, we get it. She don't look like this anymore. That's how we remember her last time she was on the red carpet. No, she don't look like this in the movies anymore. We get like that. She looks like this. And guess what she looks like? She looks like a 46-year-old mother of 3. What's she supposed to look like? I mean, that's beautiful. That's lovely. That's fine. Like I said, hey, if y'all don't like it, bring that MILF ass over here. More for us. Eli said, bring that shit here.
They're full of shit. They're just fixing them all. They're fapping anyways.
Right. She has sharp knees. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Who is this? Jennifer Love Thickness. Hey, Frankie.
Hey.
What up? Yeah.
You'd say that again.
Right. But see, we got to talk about that. And that's why I want to dig in a little bit deeper out there. Because like I said, women look like this in real life. Now, I know we want them to look like this in their 40s and 50s. That's not realistic, man. You're not going to see a woman like this in the 40s and 50s. You might, but it's not very much likely. You're most going to see like this. And even you look like this, dudes are going to shoot their shot at her. I'm sorry. I don't care what the internet makes you think. You see this in the grocery store, you're going to shoot your shot. All the kids, you're going to be the stepfather. You will be the father that stepped up. So, but my thing is that's a whole thing with Hollywood. Like, we've got these unrealistic expectations. Because now we got to talk about somebody else that's even crazy. Scarlett Johansson. Now I'm going somewhere with this. Scarlett Johansson is saying, because remember, like I said, Scarlett Johansson, this was she showed up in the red carpet. She's saying that recently, after the Jurassic Park movie, stuff like that, like she's not getting those roles anymore, those male gaze roles. When I mean male gaze, I don't mean male gaze, I mean male gaze. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Now, I'm glad we're on the same page. Okay. The point is, like I said, she was this vixen, sex symbol, but that's the role she used to play in movies, the femme fatale, also like that. Now she's just playing the mom, the aunt, whatever like that. It's like that. And she's like, why don't they offer me the sex symbol roles? Like, hey, you're a 40-year-old mother of 3, man. I mean, that's what happens. So nothing wrong with that. Like I said, that's still is great.
Basically the plot to the substance.
I need to watch that movie, man. I need
to watch that movie.
I need to watch that movie because it does sound like the plot to the substance, right? That's the whole ageism thing going on right now. So yeah, so it's hitting Scarlett Johansson right now. So like I said, all these women talking about like Jennifer Love Hewitt and Scarlett Johansson. Hey, Sydney Sweeney, you better be paying attention. I know it all looks like bam right now. This is your future. I'm just saying, you better be ready. So. Because them Hollywood roles, they go quick. It's gonna be another Sydney Sweeney right around the corner. So that shit goes quick. That's what I had to say, Eli. I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm throwing it to you now.
You can go you can go 2 hours on thick, hot women in their 40s.
Okay, now let's go to the thick Latinas. Now let's go. No. All right. Now we're gonna go back. Like I said, I talked about it last week. Eli saw a movie. I saw a movie last week. Eli saw the same movie, but it's this week. I went for 2 hours yip yapping about what the hell was going on, something like that. But here's the thing: according to the analytics, nobody gives a shit what I say. We care about what Eli says.
Oh, really?
So, yes. According to the analytics, according to the algorithm. So yeah. So we're gonna throw it to Eli and see what he says about Superman Returns.
My 2 hour review.
Yes. So whatever you want to do, you can do whatever the hell you want.
And in 2 hours, I mean 5 minutes.
The Snyder cut, yes. All right. So, like I said, Eli saw Superman. We're gonna let him talk about. I'm gonna sit back and just relax. And
now you can feel free to join in, man. Again, this is your boy.
I went 2 hours last week.
I know you want to, dude. It's Superman. Let's milk the Superman teeth for as long as we can.
Okay.
When does this happen? When do we get a Superman? In the 10 years that we doing this pod, when have we got a Superman
movie that people like? Yes,
that people like.
For the most part. This is
yeah. Right. So yeah, I saw Superman, the new Superman, James Gunn Superman. Mm-hmm. And yes, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I thought it was fun. I was very entertained. Had cool action. It was true to the character.
I'm gonna let you finish, Eli. Just let you know you're not allowed to rate the movie higher than me. Just let you know. Okay.
Yeah, true to the character. Cool action, cool effects. I don't know what people were bitching about the CGI. I thought it was fine. Crypto was fine. Everything, it looked great, bright, true to the character. And it hit all the sweet comic book sweet spots. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a lot going on, but I was able to follow it. As a comic book fan, I think James Gunn trusts the audience, that audiences are fluent in comic book movie lore or whatever. They've been making these movies for 10 years now. I think he's like, we don't need to rehash old shit. We don't need to see Superman. We don't need to see Krypton blowing up again. We don't see the baby lifting cars and shit. We know who Superman is. And yeah, I enjoyed all the new characters. I thought Mr. Terrific stole the fucking movie. I thought he was great. Guy Gardner was great. Hawkgirl. All the new characters. Metamorpho. Ultraman.
Yeah, Ultraman was in there.
Ultraman, and he got dropped into not the negative zone. Was that the Phantom Zone? Or what the fuck was that?
Just a random ass black hole. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. So, nothing comic booky or nothing like that.
Is that gonna be Bizarro?
Well, or Ultraman.
Okay.
You can go either way with that story. We don't know.
Because he was saying he's dumb. He's way dumber than you.
Like Bizarro, right?
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Is he setting up? Is James Gunn planting the seeds
for Bizarro? Like he could, or he could be planting some seeds for Ultraman. Ultraman then get smarter, take over another planet, comes back with the crime syndicate. We don't know. We don't know where he's going. Like I said,
Yeah.
like our comic book brain is like, oh, he can do this, do that, and all this shit like that. But yeah,
yeah, the engineer was dope. You know, this movie was a lot of fun. But yes, there was a lot going on. My favorite parts were the more human moments, you know, with Lois and Clark, you know, having those conversations, you know, the family, you know, because there was, like I said, there was a lot going on, constant action, you know, very fast paced. And it was like, what, like 2 hours maybe? I mean, about 2 hour movie.
2 hours and some change, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was very fast paced. So, so I appreciated those little moments where we got to breathe and settle in on some characters, you know, and just sort of remind the audience that how human Superman is, you know, which I liked. I liked those little moments, you know. And my favorite scene was that one part where Lois and Clark are having that conversation and the Justice League, what were they fighting, like Starro in the background? There was like that shit going on in the background.
James Gunn said it was just some fifth dimensional, you know, just some random one, that like a low level.
Yeah, it looked like a starfish. But anyways, there's that battle going on in the background, and Lois and Clark are having that conversation, and you know, that was my favorite scene. That's where, you know, where she's like, "Where the hell were you?" You know, and he's like, "Oh, I was looking for my dog," and she's like, "What the hell? It's a fucking dog. Like, there's all this shit going on, and you're looking for your dog. Like, what the hell?" Right. And Superman was just like, "Well, he's alone. He's probably scared." And I'm like, there he is. There's Superman. You know, Superman cares. He gives a shit. You know, and that's the essence of the character right there. That's what separates Superman from all the other heroes. All the other
like Superman isn't a complex character, but he's a simple character in a complex world. That's the whole point of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he cares. He gives a shit. You know, that's
like if a squirrel is in danger, he'll save a squirrel.
Yeah, he saved the squirrel. Yeah, you know what I mean. And that's what I'm saying. Is like, you know, he can, because we've seen those like that scene where Clark is, or Lois is interviewing Clark, and she's kind of grilling him, you know, and you know, and he's getting all agitated, and like people were gonna die. Like we've seen that conversation before, like those same themes. You're a superhero, you're a vigilante, you cross international borders without permission, blah blah blah. You know, other countries will perceive that as a threat, an American threat, blah blah. You know, we've seen that before. We've seen it in Civil War, the MCU. You know,
we put regulations on everybody.
You know, like the CW, the boys. You know, even Snyder.
But notice this: there was no internal conflict with Superman. Everybody else had an issue. Like in the Avengers, you had half over here had an issue, half over here had an issue. Never did one Superman question his own actions.
Yeah,
you're like, this is what it is. I did what I did, and I stand by it. You know.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Is like we've seen that conversation before, because yes, we've been watching these superhero movies for like 10 years. That we're seeing similar themes and ideas and topics, social issues come up and addressed. You know, we've seen it before. You know, even Zack Snyder, you know, dealt with it, you know, in his movies. But what separated this is that Superman, like you said, yes, Superman is naive. He's simple. He just wants to do the right thing. People were going to die.
He didn't care about politics and red tape and all bullshit.
He didn't
just
care
doing
about
the right thing.
He didn't care about all the bullshit going on in the world, all the political, socio-economic bullshit that people get caught up in. He's like, people were going to die. And that's all that matters. That's really all that, and that should be all that matters, you know, because like being good and empathetic and having compassion and caring about shit and being helpful should not be complicated.
Right. Caring about people should not be political.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of this movie.
You know, it's like, you know, it's humans that complicate things with their politics and their money and social shit. They're the ones who make everything a pain in the ass. And Superman's just here to remind us, yo, man, chill. Like,
and it also showed off another one of Superman's powers that we don't talk about. His ability to inspire. He inspired this movie. Think about this. Okay, he went to go the Justice Gang didn't want to do anything to help because he was arrested by the government. Like if we go do this, it's going to create all kind of political incident. If we go over there and say these people are going to create this, going to create that, we can't do this because we got all this red tape behind it. By the end of the movie, they were like, fuck all that. Superman needs help. Fuck the red tape. Fuck the politics. We're going to save these people.
Yeah.
And that was the inspiration right there. That's why Guy Gardner said, yeah, you got the upgrade. Superman can't make it. So even though Superman can't be everywhere, his inspiration is everywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought that
and that's what separates him from the rest.
Right.
You know, because yes, I mean, that's what made the appealing of Marvel is that they had, you know, everyone had these internal conflicts and they were sides and it was a political statement and all that shit. You know, that was all fine, but this is Superman. He is like a child. He has like a childlike wonder to the world. And he's just, you know, he's just thinking simply and kind of naive, but sometimes that's what you kind of need sometimes.
Because he believes the best in people. That's the thing.
Yeah. So that's very inspiring. And like and that's what people are having a problem with, that Superman's a good guy.
That's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. The movie Superman doesn't go through character arc. I see a lot of people complain about that doesn't happen. He doesn't go through character arc. We go through the character arc in that movie. That's the whole point of the movie, that we can believe that somebody with power is looking out for our best interest. We stop believing in that. Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, that's the Superman that I recognize, even though I'm not the biggest Superman fan, you know, not like you're the Superman expert, but he's a good guy. And that's where, like, I don't, you know, mean to bring it up, but why I couldn't stand Snyder's Superman, because he was so, oh God, I'm going to digress here. But like, people are saying, I've seen that online, like, oh, this Superman is so weak. The James Gunn Superman's all weak. I'm like, shit. Zack Snyder killed his Superman twice.
Right. And that whole Superman is weak thing. Okay, so he fought 2 Luthor Corp engineered metahumans. One of them was his own clone, and an army of basically Iron Man armored people by himself. But they're saying he's weak. Where?
Yeah.
And he did it by himself because the other team wasn't strong enough to fight with him. That's it. Like, the dog helped out, but the net, how is that weak? So
just because he wasn't like punching through buildings and destroying the city and shit, and snapping Zod's name, like, all that bullshit. Wow, that Snyder Superman was a whiny emo bitch. I couldn't stand him. You know, like I just couldn't stand, like, you know, he just whined and just pussy whipped, like, hey, we got to go kick Steppenwolf's ass. Oh, let me go ask my girlfriend if I can go first. They should go kick somebody. Like, I just wanted to slap him, you know.
Right.
You know, Man of Steel shit, more like Man of Nipple. He was just whiny. Oh, I can't stand being so awesome. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
right. So this Superman weak, but the other Superman got his ass kicked by a dude in a bat costume. But okay.
Yeah, and died twice. He died twice.
Right.
Like, not only dude, but remember he got killed, and then the nuclear bomb killed him or whatever, and then the fucking the sun had to revive him. So he was dead in space.
Right, he was dead in space. He just happened to be floating. Right.
Floating. Yeah, he had to wait till the sun came up. But yeah, so that's what I dug about this. Is like, Superman was a good guy. He cares, and, you know, that's what separates him from the rest of the other heroes, you know? And that's what, you know, and people are like, if you got a problem with Superman being a good guy, then you don't understand the character. You
got to think about it. That's why I keep saying that people are saying that they don't understand Superman character. Of course you don't, because y'all voted for Lex Luthor. That's all I'm saying there. But yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, we don't, you know, we don't have to go there, but we can. But exactly. I mean, yeah, and people are obsessed with, like, power. Like, that's why they're obsessed with injustice. They want an evil Superman. They want Superman to go evil. And, like, that's not Superman. Injustice is an Elseworld story.
Right.
You know, that's not, yes, it's a cool story. And yes, if the Superman went evil, we'd all be fucked. It's Homelander. It's, well, you know, we get it. But this isn't that's not Superman. Superman doesn't go evil. Kingdom Come. The same shit happened to Superman in Kingdom Come that happened in Injustice. Lois Lane died, but he didn't go ape shit and take it out on everybody. No, he quit. He quit. He went back home.
Yeah, went to Force Island, wherever he went. And that's
it. because he didn't go evil. Yeah, Lois Lane died. Joker killed. Same fucking story. Joker killed Lois Lane, and Superman said, "Fuck it, I'm done," and he went and retired. He's, "I'm done with y'all." You know, he didn't go fucking try to rule the world and all that shit like in Injustice. Yeah, people like the power fantasy. They like the power, but they don't want the responsibility. You know, and that's where Superman is. Yes, Superman has both. You know, and that's what separates him from the rest of the heroes. Yes, he's basically a god, but he's like a child. Right. You know, he just wants everyone to be happy. He's compassionate.
He's not coming to rule us. He's coming to help us. Yeah. Help.
Yeah. So that goes back to my favorite part of the movie when he's like, "There's all this shit going on, and you went after a dog," and he's like, "Yeah, the dog's scared. He's alone." Yeah. Like you know, that I found so moving. And and that's where it was a total James Gunn thing. Like there's all that battle going on in the background. You know, the Justice League are fighting that alien in the sky over Metropolis, all this shit going on in the background. But here's this like moving conversation between Lois and Clark. And I'm like, that's James Gunn right there. That's where James Gunn shines the most. Having all this wacky, wild shit going on, but with a layer of heart.
Right,
you know?
So having a human moment with it. So
yeah, so that's what I really dug. You know, I had a good time. Of course, it's not perfect. You know, I do agree with you. There was a lot going on in this movie, maybe a little too much at sometimes.
Right,
you know?
and I'm hearing other people that aren't in this shit like we are, like they did get lost, like they didn't know what the fuck was going on towards the end. So.
Yeah, there was a lot, and you know. As a comic book fan, I could barely keep up. So for non-comic book fans, I can only imagine, like, holy shit, you know, because
every 5 minutes is another character just showing up, like who?
Yeah, and they like, and so as a comic book film, yeah, I get it. I'm on board. But just as the film fanatic in me, it's like, yeah, I think some scenes could have got more set up because they just
a little more streamlined.
Yeah, they just drop you right in. They drop you right into a battle between Superman and Lex Luthor bots. And like Lex Luthor already knows who he is. He already knows how to kick his ass. Like that's scene one. That's the beginning.
Right. Okay, I'm a counter argument with that, Eli. I'm play devil's advocate with that. Okay, so yes, Superman just drops you in the middle of an action scene. Don't tell you what the fuck going on. You just gotta follow with it. But there's another movie that did that y'all rank as one of the greatest movies of all time. Did that shit also. You know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah. Phantom Menace?
That too. Star Wars.
Yeah, but
Star Wars, and keep in mind, there was no comic reference. There was no reading material ahead of time. They just drop you in the middle of the movie starts off in an action scene. You don't know who the good guys are. You know who the bad guys are. Then you're just going. That's it. And you just got to just figure this shit out.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I do get that. But then what my thing is, like, at least there should have been some setup on the countries because, like, yeah, they drop you in the middle of a fight. We don't really get to see the countries, but those countries, you know, are important to the plot because that was the reason why Lex Luthor set Superman up to begin with.
Right.
You know, the whole reason why they were invading those countries so Lex Luthor could get land and all this shit. And he set up Superman, you know, it was all a setup. So yeah, I had to backtrack a little. I'm just saying some scenes could narratively, could set, cause like I said, there was constant shit going on. Like even the kaiju scene, like, oh, here's a little baby. And then meanwhile, we cut to the kaiju back.
Right. And it's just fighting kaiju like, okay.
Yeah. Like that's like some scenes just felt very abrupt. And yeah, so that's why, like I said, I appreciated the breathers when they happened, you know. And yeah, but other than that, I had a lot of fun, you know. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, other than the narrative, you know, being a little choppy and it didn't feel like a proper beginning, but it still was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the character. I feel it was true to the character. Yeah, Superman's cool again.
I do like, but I'm hearing that people are like interest in Superman comics are going up. That's why I was just saying. That's why I threw that picture up earlier.
I heard about that too. Like some like comic stores are reporting like people are coming in for Superman comics. Like
and they said that's never happened before.
That's never happened. Even during when Marvel was at its peak,
2 billion, stuff like that. Like they didn't care what the comics were doing. But this because James Gunn is going so knee deep in comic lore. Oh, he drew from this, he drew from that. People are like, well, let me know more about that. You know, like Man of Steel didn't give a fuck about the comics. Zack Snyder didn't give a fuck about the comics, so shit. Why would they care? So well, like I said, with you, like I said, you memorabilia, like paraphernalia.
Yeah, I went out and bought the Kingdom Come Superman figure.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I almost bought that. I didn't buy it, but I thought
buy that. Okay,
I didn't buy. I was looking. I had it in my hand, but I'm like, man, these are expensive. But I wanted that Super Friends Lex.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
So all that is there. That's the thing about it. So comics sales are up, toy sales are up, merchandise sales are up. It's getting people interested not just in Superman the movie, but Superman just in general as a character. They want to know more about the game, and I feel like that's what a superhero movie is supposed to do.
Yeah,
make you care about the superhero. So
yeah,
not make it so far distant from the, like, don't be ashamed of comic books or make it so far distant from the comic books like it don't even resemble that character. No. I want to see this stuff. And
I do blame Marvel for that because during peak MCU, you go read like current super. That's when they did all new, all different.
Right.
You know, let's go. Hey, hey, we just saw the Avengers. Let's go read some Avengers comics. And you know, the Hulk, the smart Asian kid. And
now looking back at what they were doing, what they were doing then was setting up the next 10 years of Marvel MCU. That didn't work, but. That was the vision they had at first. So
yeah.
So, all right. Moment of truth, Eli. You got to slap a score on it.
Oh, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5.
No, you can't give it the same score I gave it.
Okay, 4 out of 5. Okay.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It wasn't perfect. Yes, I have the same issues you had. There was a lot going on, maybe too much going on at times. I felt like, it was a little choppy. I felt like some stuff could have been set up a little more, but overall I had a fun time, you know? I just wanted more character moments. I wanted more human moments, you know, cause that's where MCU shined. The MCU was really good at showing the humanity of everybody, you know?
And these are characters. I was loving the Daily Planet. I could have watched a show of that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy St. Jack.
Right. Who do we got? Can you read that? I can't read that.
I can't. No, I need my glasses. Sorry. What's his name? Game Card or what's his name?
Is this the same one?
It's about the grandpa.
No, this is a different person with the same comment. What the hell?
Oh, is that a bot or something? Are we botting?
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Thanks for listening. All right. I'm trying to think what else we got. Next. Yeah.
Oh no, I was about to say. One thing that I will mention is that as much as I like this movie, I wasn't as emotionally involved in it as I was with Superman and Lois on CW.
Agreed.
And that's impossible. We cried at that show, man. We cried at that show. That show, I really got into that show. It really showed Superman. That really showed Superman, the humanity of Superman. Yeah. You know, him with a family, him being a father and a husband, as well as a superhero trying to like save the world and all that. So yeah.
No, I ain't no bot. Game of Cards, that's what a bot would say. So yeah, thanks for listening.
So that's what but that was impossible. I mean, that was 4 seasons of greatness, you know?
Right. Build it up toward that. You got the kids, you got to see their struggle. Man, when he exposed his life to the world, man, that was heartbreaking. You know, he looked at Lois in super speed and you could see Lois like nudging towards him, and she was like, go ahead. You can see him tired of carrying this burden on him. That was some powerful shit, man. So yeah.
So that's what I like. I wasn't biased, but that's what I'm saying when I wanted more of those human moments. Like there wasn't enough of those. You know, I wanted more with Lois and Clark, more with his family, you know,
right.
Mom, Pa, Kent, you know. But other than that, I had a good time. It was entertaining as hell. It was a lot of fun. You know, like I said, it's a Superman movie. It's James Gunn's Superman. Definitely saw the James Gunn.
You saw the James Gunn.
The James Gunniness of it.
I mean, you got Guy Gardner is a James Gunn character.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's what he excels at, is writing these assholes. You know, you know. So and now that was a concern of ours: can James Gunn write wholesome, you know, goody good Superman? You know.
Yeah, and I think
he can.
He's done easily the best this century.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it was full of a lot of other stuff, but those scenes did shine.
I mean, here's the thing, Eli. This is the TikTok generation. You gotta do that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care if I could have been fine with a slower paced movie, but the TikTok generation, you got to just keep throwing shit and shiny shit at people's face.
Yeah, well, I'm not Superman Returns shit, because that shit put me
not that bad. No, you don't have to pray, but would you say Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior? Sure, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. There you go. There you go. So you're not a bot, game card. You prove your worth. Okay.
Condolences to you and your family.
Yeah. All right. So that means they can move on to next part podcast.
Sure. I was about to say something.
Oh no, I make a job. Yeah.
It was about James Gunn, but now I don't remember.
It'll probably come back when
that was about Superman Return.
Superman Return. Yeah, that's shit ass movie, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I fell asleep on that, and I woke up and it was still on, and I felt like I didn't miss anything, and I never rewatched it again.
It's a nothing movie, man. It really is. Like, what's the point of the movie?
So I'm glad it wasn't that. They didn't have to it didn't take itself too seriously, you know?
Right.
It was definitely like a Guardian, like it had the nature of the Guardians, like that sort of same style, you know, where again, a goofy,
like all this
wackiness.
Fantastical shit. Like this was past sci-fi. This was fantasy in this.
Yeah.
Shit. And I'm cool with that, you know, because Superman comics easily go in that realm a bunch of times. So,
but with the layer of emotional depth and heart, you know, that's what he's good at, and he brought that to this movie. You know, I just wanted a little bit more, but I didn't want nothing boring. I didn't need like the courtship of Lois and Clark, and you know, them going on their first date and falling in love and all that shit. But you know, just a few more, you know, little moments to breathe, because it was so much going on. Oh, can we talk? Speaking of the internet, can we talk about the monkeys on the internet?
Oh yeah. When he threw that in, I was like, okay, because it was so weird, but it was just like it's so on the noise. I know this is gonna be a meme the moment this movie comes out, and honestly, it's already a meme. People, like anytime somebody talks shit about this movie, they post those monkeys. Yeah,
but I felt like this and like Peacemaker. I feel like James Gunn is working through some issues that he's had.
Right.
Because he got canceled. Like people came after him because the internet went wild, and you know, he spent, you know, a little bit of time in the cancellation box, you know, and had to redeem himself and come to terms with his past. I mean, he made some stupid shit in the past, and he had to like prove himself that people can change, and you know, people can grow, and people can learn, and people can do better. You know,
your past don't define you. What you do forward defines you. So
we all live in the moment, live in the present moment, and let's all move on. So, so I did like that. I thought that was fun, but again, something really weird. Like, and again, like this movie throws a lot at you. Like, here's Lex Luthor created a pocket.
It was just quick. It was like, we got some monkey bosses over here on Twitter just talking shit about you. And they just cut away from it and just move on. Like, wait. What? That was a white Martian in this movie. They just went to it and just went away from it.
Yeah. Like, this is all inside the pocket universe that Lex Luthor created.
Like a bunch of this shit could have been the plot of the movie. Like the whole thing, and he just no, that's it. Move on.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, in the Lex Luthor's pocket universe, where he has a prison,
and Mr. Griffith is like, he finally did it. He made a pocket dimension. Like you saying it way too casual. The dude just made a multiverse dimension, but okay.
Yeah,
But if you remember, there was a pocket dimension in Peacemaker also.
That's right. Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm pretty sure all this shit gonna tie in together. So
yeah. But after reading, like I said, I read Birthright last week, and I really really enjoyed that version of Lex Luthor.
Oh,
and
yeah. Now, to be honest with you, I feel like Jesse Eisenberg was kind of based off that one a little bit. He fucked it up, but I feel like that's where he took his inspiration from.
Yeah, but I felt, again, back to those human moments, I would have liked to have seen a little bit of Lex's, a little bit more insight into Lex.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. You know, because especially like I liked in Birthright, Lex Luthor just kind of was kind of a outcast.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was so smart, he was bullied because he was a nerd, but he was also bullied because he was rich too. And then he just despised humanity and just like he was kind of like Victor Von Doom in a way, you know?
Right. But here's the thing. For this movie, I didn't want to sympathize with Lex at all. I miss evil villains just being bastards just for no reason. And Lex was a bastard in this villain, and I was fine with that.
Yeah.
I prefer that for this movie.
I mean, you could always sympathize with the villain and find him an interesting character. It's always when they do something shitty when they're like, okay, yeah, he's a bad guy.
Right.
And okay, yeah, Lex is starting a war on an oppressed country. So,
right.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
They can all come
but
back
I agreed with Killmonger until he tried to start a race war, you know?
Right.
Or when he shot his girlfriend, like, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like maybe he had a reason for like, no, he's just an asshole. This is it.
Yeah.
So.
But I give it a 4 out of 5. It was cool. I won't step on your toes.
Thank you. Okay. That's the rule. So yeah. All right. So like I said, we're gonna move to the next part of the podcast. We're gonna talk about the video game section briefly. I don't know if you saw this, Eli. Mortal Kombat 2 dropped the trailer.
Oh yeah. The Johnny Cage movie or whatever.
Yeah, Johnny Cage. I didn't see it.
Oh really? It's great.
Yeah, I saw. I just needed confirmation that Carl Urban was Johnny Cage. And I was like, I don't know, man. Yeah. How do you feel about that, Eli? I don't know.
How do I feel about a new Mortal Kombat movie?
No, not a Mortal Kombat movie. I know how you feel about that. How do you feel about Carl Urban as Johnny Cage?
As Johnny Cage?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know, man.
Would you want like Logan Paul or something?
No, hell no. No. I was just like, I don't know. Like, y'all couldn't find anybody else. First off, Carl Urban is in too much shit. Y'all complain about Pedro Pascal. That motherfucker's in everything. So shit, like damn, man, why he got to be in every damn, especially every sci-fi and fantasy movie? He's in everything. So yeah. Oh, but he's here. He's there. He's carrying the movie, I guess.
Like no, that's Street Fighter. I'm thinking of Street Fighter, like where they got all these people that I wouldn't expect to play these characters playing these characters.
Oh yeah, like 50 Cent and yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And another
Cody
thing
Rhodes and Blanca, not Blanca.
Yeah.
Guile.
Jason Momoa is Blanca, I think, and yeah, somebody's playing.
Yeah. Roman Reigns is
Akuma. Like why? Okay. Oh, another controversial casting choice, because it's always gonna be a controversial casting choice that the right-wing media got to jump on something. So she's playing Jade, that girl, the girl that's in it, also in everything. Every video game movie, she's in. Every TV show, she's in. Every video game TV show, she's in. Every video game, she's in. Now, I don't have a problem with her. Why is she in everything? That's all I want to know. Is she a Nepo baby or something?
Probably because she's a stunt woman and knows all.
I don't think she is. I don't think she is a stunt woman. She's just in everything. Like, I don't know. Like, is she on Nickelodeon or Disney, some shit that I don't know about? And she was like I'm just saying, like Zendaya was. Like Zendaya, it seemed like Zendaya just popped out of nowhere, but she was like on Disney for like 10 years and she had this big fan base that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Is she like that?
I don't know. Man. I don't know. Yeah, I trying to run wrong people, man. We're old.
I don't know, man. Because it seems like sometimes people just pop out of nowhere and just in everything for no reason. Like, why are you here? I don't have a problem with it. I'm just curious. That's all. That's all I gotta say. So yeah.
So why do they got a problem with her playing Jade?
You know why? Because I'm not gonna get into it. You can just look at the picture. Yeah, you can put it together. So,
but Jade ain't white. So,
what is Jade? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't. I don't know.
I'm not into Mortal Kombat like that. So people are gonna get pissed off for whatever reason. So
yeah,
they just see. Hey, look, Jade could be the blackest black woman. They see black woman, they're gonna get pissed off anyway. That's just what they do. So, How dare you make this video game accurate? Whatever. So, all right, can you move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, we're here, Eli. We're gonna talk about the comic book. Like I said, it's comic book bullies. Talking about comic books. We're gonna jump into it. Eli, I'm gonna let I'm going first.
By all means, yeah, you go first.
I got to get this out the way. Okay, here's the thing. So I know Imperial 2 dropped today. We're not talking about Imperial 2. We're talking about Imperial 1. I know it's an old book. I know the book came out last month. We didn't review it. We were busy doing shit. We just didn't feel like I saw like $7. I'm not doing this shit. But here's why I decided to review it. Because it dropped on Marvel Unlimited a month later, and Marvel gave away a free code for the book, which I'm going to repost in the podcast. I'm going to tell everybody how to get this book for free.
Okay.
And since they did it, and when I read it, I like, oh shit, Jonathan Hickman's on his bullshit again. So we got to talk. Yeah, we got to talk about this book. And it is in continuity. This isn't no alternate universe. This book is in continuity.
Okay. So
that's why we got to talk about it. So Imperial #1. Eli, I'm shocked you didn't read this a month ago. Not now. I know why you didn't read it now, but a month ago.
It wasn't expensive. I'm reading so many things. Fuck.
But now I see it like, oh, that's why you were charging that price. Okay, I get it now. All right. So Imperial #1. Let's go to basically the Marvel space frontier will never be the same again after this or whatever. Okay. So the book starts off with these dudes playing chess, playing games, pawns like that. Oh, when it's all done, we don't know who they are. Don't really matter. We'll come to it later on like that. So we go to a space station going from the Milky Way to the Andromeda Galaxy, and a bunch of people are on the spaceship. But the people we need to pay attention to on the spaceship is Amadeus Cho and Jennifer Walters.
Okay.
Braun and She-Hulks, the Hulks, right? And they were like, I don't. Why the hell am I on a spaceship? Is this crazy? And Amadeus is basically like, no, saying no to the big guy is crazy. And then Jen just like, okay, Bruce, why are we here? And Bruce just says, to bury my son. And that's why I brought family. So yeah, so they're going to Sakaar in Nuvo, Sakaar 2, because Galactus Earth ate the first one. So yeah, so they're going back to Planet Hulk. That's the thing. And you get this panel. This panel I posted, Eli, went viral. I wish you were there because people kept asking me all kind of questions. Leroy, where's this from? Where are they there? Where are they also? I don't know, man. Shit, I just posted some Hulk shit. I don't know. So anyway, so you got Worldbreaker Hulk, Braun, and She-Hulk, showing up to see what's going on, so like that. And they're meeting this guy that's supposed to be like their liaison and taking them to. So it's the son that died is not Scar. Apparently, Scar has a twin. Did you know about that, Eli?
No.
Hero color. See, we're turning in our Hulk cards right now because we don't know this. We're supposed to know this shit.
Yeah.
Point is, he had two sons. The second son was the one running Sakaar, and he just died. And that's why they're here for his funeral. So while they get there, they run into this some gladiator dude just shows up right here. He was like, what the fuck y'all? And he chops their liaison in half. He's fine. Don't worry about it. He's a robot, cyborg, whatever. Fuck, who cares? He'll be okay. Point is,
who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter about him. And he's just like, dude, you have any last words? And he was just like, no words. And then Hulk punches this guy into the next city, jumps over, smashes him, and then like, do you have any last words for me? He was like, mercy. He like, wrong planet. And kills like the fuck out this guy, man. Like axes him to death. Not even smash, like takes an axe to his head and shit like that. Because the Hulk is pissed because the guy didn't recognize him. He's like, how the fuck you don't recognize me? I'm the World Breaker. I'm World War Hulk. How do you never? And then that's when people start recognizing World Breaker. Because the way he beat ass, they recognize him. So yeah. All right. So the point is they go to it and they okay, so like I said, you see the son, and basically what happened is he got poisoned. That's how he died. So they're like, who poisoned him? We don't know. We need to find that out. That's the mystery right here. So we see his son, and they do the whole pyre thing, like whatever like that. So he's yeah, that's it. So yeah, so they set him on fire, send him to the warrior's funeral, shit like that. But the thing is, since the son died, Planet Sakaar has been warring since then. So since Hulk is back, Hulk is in charge. He's like, look, I'm putting a law in place. Since we're in mourning, we're going to mourn 5 days for my son's 5 wives. So y'all can't fight for the next 5 days. So, but he knows after 5 days, war's going to break out again. So he tells She-Hulk, look, She-Hulk, I need you to watch Sakaar for the next 5 days. I got to go somewhere. Like, what are you talking about? Where are you going? I need to go to the central planet of this galaxy, because other kings have been and queens have been assassinated also. And I need to compare notes, see what's going on. And I get to the bottom of who killed my son, and then find the nearest black hole and throw his ass through it. So you're like, don't worry, I'll be back in 5 days. I promise you. And then the next note says Hulk will not be back in 5 days. So yeah. So cutting to that, I'm gonna just speed run through the rest of this shit. Star-Lord is there with his dad, Jason, and Star-Lord's sister has also been poisoned by the same poison that killed Hulk's son. So Hulk shows up, and Hulk is just like, who's in charge? That would be Jason. So he goes to Jason, and they talk, and they're basically comparing notes and trying to see who killed who. Meanwhile, Jason sends Star-Lord on a secret mission, and Star-Lord's like recruiting people, shit like that. And who does he recruit? Nova, Richard Rider. And he recruited him because he needs a Black Ops mission with some dirty down people to do some shit. And I know you're down for anything. And plus, don't worry, my dad got deep pockets. He'll do what you need to do. He was like, no, I'm not doing anything with you. Yes, I'm Nova Corps, even though I'm not Nova Corps anymore because I'm the last one. Technically, I'm still a cop. You're a criminal. And dad's a politician, makes him even more of a worse criminal. So I'm doing shit with y'all. So goes back there. And the point we get to now is, okay, so they get to the central hub and stuff like that. The medics did reports and shit, and they know who killed the kings and queens. They know. And they were like, do you want me to tell you? He was like, yes, tell me now. So we go to the meeting. They did a meeting with all the big players and the government in this part of the galaxy. And Jason is just like, there's been murders. I know people have been killed. It's regicide. And somebody in this room did it. He's talking, and then in this room is everybody, all the big players, Shi'ar, Kree, Skrulls, whoever you think is there. So yeah. And it's like, how dare he say some shit like that? Does he know that's an act of war, just even saying some shit like that? You're like, yes, one of y'all killed somebody. And I'm gonna tell you how I know they did it, because there was 2 poisons in this thing. One poison was adaptable, like the Skrulls, and the other poison was aggressive, like the Kree. So it's only one person that could do it. That guy, the Kree Skrull Emperor, like Hulkling, what's his face, boyfriend and shit like that. Hulkling,
Hulkling, and what's his face?
Wiccan, yeah.
Wiccan, yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, Hulkling is not a Hulk. Just get that out there. So yeah. So, and that's Super Skrull on the left of him. So yeah. Super Skrull stopped worrying. He like, okay, I'm on the outside too. He was like, whoa, I ain't kill anybody. What you talking about? I didn't order anything. And then that's when like his head scientist is like, sorry, Emperor, but yeah, we created that poison. You're like, you did what? What you create the poison for? We created the poison because we were ordered. Well, we were ordered by another faction to make the poison for them, and we just sold them the poison. We didn't know what they were gonna do with it. We just sold it to them. And then Hulk is like, who sold you the poison? Tell me now before I wreck everybody in this bitch. He's like, oh no, I'll tell you. The person who gave us the poison, or who was, bam, shot through the head. And bam, everybody else can start getting shot. So somebody's just shooting in the crowd and shit like that, going crazy, stuff like that. A gladiator steps in front of the Shi'ar Empress because he's Superman, he's bulletproof, shit like that. And Amadeus Cho is calculated. He was like, I'm trying to pinpoint the assassin, but I need him to shoot a bullet one more time so I can lock in on his position. And he shoots a shot, and Jason gets shot. And start like, Daddy, no. So yeah, Star-Lord's father just died. So yeah. And now Hulk knows who the assassin was, and Amadeus shows like, that's the assassin. And he jumps in there, and bam, Hulk sees the assassin, and the assassin is a Wakandan spy.
Okay.
Yeah. From, the Empire of Wakanda. Them dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. And apparently he shot everybody with vibranium. Those are vibranium bullets he shot them with. So yeah. So like, what the fuck are the Wakandans here trying to kill people for? And then he sets the base on fire and sends everybody out in space and shit. So yeah. But half of them can fly because they're all like superheroes and shit like that. So it don't really matter. They can breathe in space. But point is, the Wakandans just wage war on the entire galaxy. So yeah. And so what they're trying to, so that's when the accuser, Ronan the Accuser, and his other accusers and Star-Lord's like the new emperor because his dad died. So, whatever. Nova decides to join him. He was like, don't worry, I'll help you catch the guys that did this shit. And yeah, so you got the Shi'ar and Gladiator, stuff like that. And they just like, look, so like the Hulkling and Wiccan shit like that, they disappeared. We can't find them. We don't know where they are right now. Meanwhile, we follow the money back to the Empire of Wakanda. They've been making money for them, and plus all the bullets we found were vibranium. The Wakandans set this shit up, and the Wakandans kill your son, Hulk. So what you want to do? Like, what you think I want to do? War. Next issue. So, yeah. So, next issue, Black Panther shows up. I don't know what the fuck happens. All I know is that Hulk shows up like, what the fuck you doing, T'Challa? And the book cuts off. I don't know what happened in the next issue. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, that's what's going on right now. So, it's like this big intergalactic war going on right now that's about to, like, really get insane. We'll see where it goes from there. So, yeah, that's all I got. I just wanted to read that one before we move forward with the next book. So, yeah. But we're not going to do that tonight. Yeah.
I just looked up, which the hell was his name? Hero something. The Hulk's Scar's twin.
Yeah.
He debuted in a Greg Pak book, The Son of Hulk, back in like 2000 something.
Okay.
But yeah, I never read that.
Okay. Like I said, Scar doesn't show up in his book at all. It's just that guy, but like I said, he's dead. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I never heard of him either. So I didn't know that Scar had a twin.
I'm sorry, we don't know Hulk's other son in space. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I guess he was in a couple other Hulk. Yeah, I was just like reading up on him for a little bit. I'm like, well, who the hell is this?
Yeah. Like I said, when I was commenting on,
I felt like,
like in the group page, when I was commenting,
like
folks knew him. They were like, "Oh, I thought it was Hero, whatever the fuck,"
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is shit we're supposed to know. This dead dude in space that don't even matter anymore. But yeah. So.
But that's intriguing. The Wakandan starting shit with the Hulks.
Yeah, I kind of sped through like there's a reason why the Wakandans are doing this shit, but it's just better to just see how it plays out. So yeah. Because basically, even though T'Challa actually doesn't really run the international space shit, they're gonna blame him anyway. So yeah, that's just how it goes. So yeah. All right. So what you got next?
I'll do, since we're on Marvel, I will do Predator versus Spider-Man.
Okay.
Number 4. This is the final issue.
The final, what number 4, right?
Yep.
Okay. Easy breezy story. All right.
And this has been great. A predator came down to Earth, New York, during a blackout, so there's no power. But this predator is known as the Skinner. So this is a predator, a Yautja that's fighting without honor. He's just killing anybody indiscriminately.
What'd you call him again?
A Yautja. That's what the predator alien.
I thought you had like another name.
Oh, it's the Skinner. That's what they're referring to him as. Because he's skinning people. So and the cops think it's a serial killer. They call them the Skinner because someone's going around skinning people. That's what predators do. And take trophies and body parts and stuff. So the cops have been investigating. You have that detective who's working with Jay Jonah, trying to investigate these murders, and of course she suspects Peter because they found Peter at one of the crime scenes taking pictures and posting them for the Daily Bugle. So she suspects Peter. There's a blackout going on. Peter's trying to Spider-Man's going around the city trying to, figure out what's going on. And then on top of all that, a predator hunting party lands on Earth, hunting this predator because he is killing without honor. So they're like, this guy's got to go. So
a predator is hunting another predator.
Yeah, a whole crew of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's going on, and then you have Craven, who's saying, "Hey, I'm here to hunt the most dangerous predators of all time. So I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers." So he's hunting the predator. And then meanwhile, Mary Jane got stuck in the subway during the blackout. She was stuck underground because no power. So she escapes, finds the predator lair, and escapes the predator. Jay Jonah and that cop see the predator coming, but right as the predators are about to attack, that ship lands, on the Bugle, And so the Predator goes, oh shit, it's my, I know those guys. They're after me. So he goes to go fight the Predators. But also Peter's up in the building fighting the Predators. So there's all this. This is, like I said, this is the last issue. So this is the big giant climactic battle finale. All this action's going on. Everybody's fighting everybody. Predators are fighting Predators. Kraven's fighting a Predator. Kraven ends up cutting off the Predator's head.
Okay, so Kraven gets a win. Okay.
Yeah, they throw down the Skinner. Kraven versus the Skinner Predator. And Kraven wins, cuts off his head. And then, but before the Predator got his head cut off, he set off the self-destruct sequence on his gauntlet. See how they blow up, they blow themselves up. So that's about to blow up. And Peter shows up and says, oh shit, man, let me web that. So Peter webs up the bomb, like chop here. He's like, Kraven, cut off this guy's arm. So he cuts off the arm, grabs the bomb thing on his wrist and webs it up, and then goes and, swings out to the river off the bridge and throws it in the Hudson River. That shit blows up, Mary Jane's like, no, Peter, because she came out of the subway just in time to see Spider-Man on the Brooklyn Bridge throwing that bomb off the bridge and shit. And so she sees him go, oh, Peter, no, and shit. Meanwhile, Kraven, after he's all victorious after killing one of the Predators, and then the other Predator crew shows up, and it's totally like Danny Glover in Predator 2. It's like, okay, who's next? There's more of you? Who wants some? The Predator, and so the other Predator grabs Kraven and then marks him with the Yautja symbol. So now Kraven is now blooded by the Predators. He's considered one of their own.
Because he killed one, so yeah.
Because he killed one. He's considered worthy prey, a worthy hunter. So they mark him. So now Kraven is now blooded. And then they take off. And like leave. No, wait.
They didn't give him like an old ass gun or nothing like that from the.
Oh no!
Okay.
Kraven jumps on the ship with them. Oh yeah. Kraven jumps on the ship and they take off. So Kraven took off with the Predators on their ship. and then Peter and Mary Jane, they kiss and and it's a romantic ending, and that's it. It ended there, and next we have The Predator Kills the Marvel Universe coming up next month.
Nice.
But this was great.
The Godzilla killed the Marvel Universe.
I did read that. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right.
But this was awesome. This was really cool. This was my book of the week. It might have been my book. Look, I just dug this. This is probably my favorite Predator versus a Marvel character. We had like Black Panther, which was cool. We had the Wolverine book was cool too, but this has been my favorite.
Should have just had Predator versus Kraven. I would have just liked that.
Yeah, and if they actually do a Kraven in space with the Predators,
right?
I'll read the shit out of that. So yeah, this is a 4. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
I'm just sad it ended.
All right. So the next book I'm going to, we went from Eli's favorite book this week to probably my least favorite book this week. But I had to review it because due diligence. Marvel Knights: The World to Come Part 2. So
Marvel. Is this the white Black Panther book?
White Black Panther, yes.
That came out there? Oh, man.
That came out, yeah. We get a backstory on the white Black Panther, where he came from. We know where he came from now.
There's so many books this week, man. I didn't know about this one. Shit.
It was a bunch of shit came out this week, man.
Yeah.
Oversaturated. So
shit. We'll spoil it. I meant to read this. Because I read the first one. I dug it.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. No, I know how I feel about this second one. I'm gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about, like I said, Marvel Knights: The World to Come. This is a Black Panther book where there is a white Black Panther, and now this book explains where the white Black Panther came from. We get all the detail, so when the book is done, there's no secret. We know. So please tell me the origin of white Black Panther is from some dude on the internet. Not quite, but we'll go. All right.
Wink, wink. No.
Right. All right. So, like I said, the book starts off with, like I said, T'Challa as an old man getting his ass whooped by his white son, Katama. Meanwhile, while the tribal council is overlooking him, watching him get his ass beat also. So, yeah. Oh, and I was right. You was right. We were both right. The old dude that was narrating the last book was Everett K. Ross.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's the narrator of this issue also. So we go to Everett K. Ross, and basically it's after the whole Black Panther thing, where he's no longer with Black Panther. He is.
Was he taking a shit on a pile of skulls?
He is. No, he's just taking a shit. Yeah.
In hell?
Like, not in hell. He's just taking a shit. Yeah. He. Okay. It's metaphorically he's in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his baby mommy's in the next room and he don't want to deal with her, and she's basically in the bathroom hiding from her.
Wow. This is Quesada, right? Is this Quesada on the art?
Quesada on the art, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why he's taking this shit, right? So he's just taking it regular shit. That's all. So yeah. And meanwhile, he goes in there and he sees her, and yeah, it is Nicole. I think I'm saying her name right. Is it Nicole? Let's go, Nicole. Noelle. Okay. Noelle is Nikki's twin sister. Now, who is Nikki? Nikki was Everett K. Ross's girlfriend during the Black Panther run, who T'Challa was also smashing. So, yeah, that's how they know each other. They know each other through her. But okay, now what happened to what was her name? I just said it.
Noelle?
No, not with Nikki. Okay, so what happened to Nikki? Nikki got killed by Nakia.
Okay.
Nakia from the Black Panther movies?
Yeah.
She's a villain in the comics. So, yeah. So, okay. So, she died. Now, the thing was, T'Challa was in love with Nikki, but you can't bring a white woman back to Wakanda. That's why he broke it off with her. So, I wish I was making this shit. Here's how Christopher Priest wrote this shit. So, yeah. So anyway, now Ross is in love with, or I ain't going to say in love, but now he's in a relationship with her twin sister. So, yeah. So he doesn't like her either. They're going to visit the mama. Meanwhile, while he's moving with her, he's carrying a picture of Nikki the whole time in his back pocket while looking at at the twin sister. So yeah. So they're like, okay, yeah, let's go to your mom. I know I don't like your mom, and they drive and stuff like that. And yeah, she keeps nagging the shit out of him, and we need to go here, we need to drive here and stuff like that. And he's just like, man, fuck this, man. I'm gonna get some cigarettes. They're like, but you don't smoke. Well, now's a good time to try. So he walks into the gas station, walks in the back of his gas station, and just keeps walking. They're like, man, fuck you, man. And never comes back. So because he got a job offer to go to Washington, so he just walks to the Capitol. Meanwhile, he doesn't notice that all these guards and stuff like that out of Capitol, because at the same time while he's accepting the job from the Capitol, that's when the race war breaks out. So from the first issue, that's what happened. So, and then not only that, while she's wondering, she's on the phone with her mom, like, this fucker just left me and by myself. I don't know where the hell I'm at. And then bam, the white top of the Washington Monument drops on the car, kills her because of the race. So yeah. All right. So she's dead. Meanwhile, we yeah. So 20 some odd years later, like I said, the job that Ross got, now he's an FBI agent undercover in Mexico trying to take down the drug cartel. And while he's trying to take the drug cartel, he decides to take a piss. So meanwhile, takes a piss, that's when the Wakanda ship just shows up in front of him. He's like, ah, shit. She's like, come with us. You got to come with us. He's like, what the fuck you want? Meanwhile, his partner that was with him,
did that just like, say Chihuahua?
Yes. I don't know why.
Is that the sound effect or
no? I don't know. Is that a city in Mexico or something? I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, I would have probably. Yeah, I'm sure there.
I don't know. It's just Chris Reed just doing weird shit, man.
I think that's the noise the ship is making.
And it might be, that could be it. So yeah. So anyway, the dude that's with Ross is about to take out the Mexican cartel, but the moment he does that, the ship basically takes everybody out for him and just takes off with Ross. So yeah. So who's flying this? And he goes to Wakanda. Who's flying the ship? Monica Lynn. She's like, Ross, I need you. Something is really going bad today, and you're the only person that can help me stop this. Like, and she opens this box out of the suitcase, and what's in the suitcase? Nothing. It's like, but we're gonna get to that in a second. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Point is, last issue, Monica Lynn was pregnant, with T'Challa's baby, and they were like, it's a boy. but they had a miscarriage. Damn. So that's what happened in the story. So since they had a miscarriage, they decided to drive to somewhere, back to America.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Chihuahua. It probably was Chihuahua, Mexico.
That might not even be a Chihuahua, Mexico.
No, there's a Chihuahua. I'm sure there's a Chihuahua, Mexico. I'm gonna Google it. I'm sure there's. Okay. Yeah, now, city in Mexico.
Here's where the story gets weird. Okay, so like we said, Ross's baby mama died, but they saved the baby. The baby didn't die. So T'Challa knows about the baby that lived. And so he goes to Noelle's mom's because she was like, since technically T'Challa is the reason both her daughters are dead. And he goes to her and she's just sitting there with a shotgun on the front porch. She was like, I take cash, I don't take no paychecks. And she's got a cooler on the porch also. And the cooler is going, wah! There's a baby in the cooler. So, yeah. So they take the baby back to Wakanda. The baby, Katama, is Ross's baby that T'Challa raised as his own because they needed an heir. So he decided to raise Ross's baby to be the king of Wakanda. So he can get, And that's when Shuri shows up like, T'Challa, what the fuck are you doing? You can't break that baby. Didn't have a drop of Wakanda in him, and you're gonna let him run the country. So like, this is the dumbest idea ever.
So he was banging. So that's not T'Challa's kid. He was Whose mom is that? Who is the mom?
Okay, so that is Nikki's twin sister's baby.
Okay.
Yes, the baby, like I said, Ross's girl baby mama that he left to go get cigarettes and died in the race war. The baby lived. She died, but the baby lived.
Okay.
And T'Challa paid her mom, Noelle's mom, to raise the baby.
And what did Ross do? Did Ross know about this?
No, Ross has no clue about any of this.
Okay.
Because when he left, he went to Mexico. He just stayed in Mexico for the last 20 years. So he don't even know he has a baby. He don't even know he has a son. He did, I don't even know if she knew he was pregnant. He doesn't make any sense like he was pregnant like that. Just like that's my girl, something like that. But obviously she was pregnant because you look at her. But the point is, he don't know he has a son. So, or a baby at all. So, like I said, Katama, Ross's baby, kicking the shit out T'Challa. So, like, you're my son. You ain't like you baby. I know the whole deal with me. You paid to have me here because he knows basically this whole human trafficking thing like that. Also, the suitcase, they going to go get some baby panther cubs for reasons. We'll get to that in a second. But the point is, okay, like I said, T'Challa is beating the shit out of him, whooping his ass, beating his ass, shit like that. Ross see what's going on, and Ross looked at the kid like, why does that kid look like me? And then T'Challa sees him and is like, I'm gonna kill him, like throw something at him, shit like that. He falls down, and they stole those baby cubs. But like I said, the Wakandans, they worship panthers and shit like that. So when they see the baby cubs, they think it's a sign, from Bass that, oh, this is, and they start praying and shit like that when they see the baby cub, like, oh, we must worship this cub. We must, obviously, T'Challa is the next king. And right before T'Challa can kill Ross, that's when, T'Challa said, look, I yield. It's over. It's done. The fight's over. He's like, no, I'm going to make sure this fight is over. And then T'Challa stabs T'Challa in the leg to make sure he can't walk straight again. So he can never, challenge him again. And, yeah, that's the fight. And, yeah, so let's take the image of Huey P. Newton, Black Panther, and put a white dude in there. The end. So your new king of Wakanda. So Eli, no, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
But this is Christopher Priest wrote this though.
Yes, and the crazy thing about it, even though Christopher Priest wrote the best Black Panther run, everything about this screams Christopher Priest. All the shit I didn't like about Christopher Priest is front and center. There was a run in the band. Most people don't know about this when K. Everett Ross became Black Panther for like a little while. So he does weird, stupid shit like this. So now he got his son as a Black Panther. What? Okay, I guess. I don't know. I might stick around for the third issue, see, because I don't know. This. It's definitely a creative choice. Yes, I know it's for the internet trolls, shit like that. But it's like, who is this for? That's what I'm saying. I know it's supposed to piss off people, but who is this for? because it's like you pissing off everybody. Because once again, he's writing it where a Black Panther book where you have a white protagonist, and it's really about him, and Black Panther is just a side character in his own book. So I don't know, which the shit that Chris Priest has always done in his Black Panther run, which a lot of people don't bring up that they should bring up, but there's always been like that. So overall, like I said, Quesada art is still pretty good on this.
Yeah, the art looked great. Like
art is great.
Quesada still got it.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. I'm not going any less than that because Quesada art is that good. That's what I'm giving, but I can't recommend it. That's as low as I'm gonna give it. So
yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
From
and they didn't even talk
it.
about the drug that took over America that's mind control people. I didn't bring that up. That's separate from the race war. So yeah. A lot of shit going on in this book, but yeah. All right. So what you got next?
Oh no, I was just kind of I'm thinking when you're this is making me think. I didn't even read it. I'm like, because you're saying why? Who's this for? And I'm like, yeah, why? I just want to know why. Mm-hmm. I guess that's what you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to piss off people, but at the same time, you have to please some people. Everything can't be written just to piss off everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, where's he going with? Like, where's he going? Like, I get the political statements, you know, that he's trying to make the metaphor of, you know, of our social climate right now. I get that, like, but I'm just why I wonder where it's. I'm curious to where this is going. Like,
and
why?
That's kind of why I'm saying, like, okay, this. You got to be going somewhere with this. I don't know. Maybe you'll bring me back. Maybe I'll see what's going on. Because right now, this just seems like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It just seemed, but it did seem a very convoluted, especially, I mean, we just praised Superman, the Superman movie for
being convoluted. Yeah. For being a live action comic book. Meanwhile, a comic book that does the same shit, we bash it. So,
yeah. But there wasn't a lot of fights going on. I mean, the super movie had.
Right. I mean, we had fights too. Had to try to get his ass whooped. So I mean, I'm curious, but this book, which I'm over that also to try to get his ass whooped. I'm tired of that shit too. So
yeah, but you reviewing this book did seem like it was a slog.
Yeah, like I said, even just read, I was like, what the fuck, man? So much shit going on. And plus, like I said, it ain't about Black Panther. It's about Ross.
Yeah,
I never
Ross's baby.
Ross's baby. Like what? Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, interesting.
I don't know.
It's quite the interesting choice.
All right. So, what you got next?
Well, I will read Absolute Batman number 10. Is this my book of the week? This might be my book of the week. Fuck it. Okay. This is my book of the week.
Catwoman shows in this, right? I didn't mean to spoil it, but yeah.
Was she in this? Yeah, she was in this a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. All right. Cool.
Like sort of flat. Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah. Back in Gotham City. Yeah. So this is Absolute Batman. This is the Absolute universe where Darkseid has reset the DC universe and created it in his image or whatever. And now we have these different wild, insane versions of DC characters. This is Batman. The Absolute universe is Batman. He is not rich. He is like the size of like the Hulk. He's huge. And he's friends with all his like villains. Well, like he's friends with the Penguin. He's friends with the Riddler, and all his villains that he has, he's actually grew up with.
Did I see a panel where he was writing Killer Croc?
Yes, I will get to that.
Okay.
I will get to that.
Then or when, but yeah.
Okay. It's in this issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and again, Whalen, he's Killer Croc in human form. He was an MMA fighter. Mm-hmm. You know, but he disappears. So what's been going on is, Gotham is under like this fascist state, and there's a prison called Arc M, like the secret science lab facility out in the river, you know, kind of like Alcatraz, you know, and that no one top secret.
Whoa, Cheeks out. What the fuck?
Yeah, you got the same the damn. What was that one with Bat Dick?
Right.
The damn. This is bat ass. We see a lot of bat ass.
What the hell, man? Okay.
So yeah, Wayland disappears, and Bruce goes to try and find him inside Arc M. So Bruce sneaks into Arc M. Last issue, he snuck into Arc M, and he got captured by Bane, the absolute universe version of Bane.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Bane has been experimented on inside Arc M. Now he's like I don't know if he's head of security, but he's Bane. He's like giant, huge Bane. Captures Bruce. He's in Arc M now, and he's been there for a while. So this cuts in between, his mom is still alive. Martha's still alive. She's like going to the commissioner. Bruce has been missing for like a month. You got to help me find him, blah, 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 blah. Also, Catwoman is in there. Yeah, they're all trying to find Bruce. But then also, we're also having Bruce is dreaming about when he was training with Wayland, MMA, because Wayland was a cage fighter, But Bruce is stuck in this cell. He's stuck in this secret government laboratory, but he keeps trying to escape. And he goes to like Hannibal Lecter, Joker methods of escaping. He's got lock picks in his teeth. And then, and breaks out of a cell, but he keeps getting captured. He's like wandering around this facility, and he's finding all this weird shit. It's like a horror movie, like fucking Cabin in the Woods, like that government laboratory in Cabin in the Woods, where there's all these weird horror chambers. He finds like a room where the green people they're experimenting on humans and the green, and there's like these tree people, and they're like, "Help us! The green needs to get out," and like shit like that.
So the green exists in this Darkseid universe.
Yeah, and they're being experimented on in Arc M. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So every time Bruce tries to escape, he gets captured by Bane. He gets thrown back in his prison cell. At one. Okay, this is the. God bless Scott Snyder, that crazy bastard. So Bruce is in his cell, and he's butt naked, because he says he can't prepare. He ain't got no back gadgets. He's butt naked,
right.
So he's been in there.
Who knows?
Yeah, so he's in there, butt naked in his cell, and he's refusing to eat. So they start having to feed him through a tube. And they're, and he doesn't say anything. He's not communicating. So at one point, it's time to eat, Bruce. We're gonna we're gonna feed you. That they got his his bag of whatever saline or whatever they're feeding. This bag, his liquid food that they got pumped into his stomach. Bruce pulls out his teeth. So he's been there for a while. So Bruce pulls out his teeth by the molars, and he wraps them in his fists, so they're like cloth. So his fists got his own teeth on them, like spikes. And he's beating the shit out of like the doctors that come in to try and feed him. And then he somehow modified one of the tubes in his stomach that they're feeding him through to squeeze his stomach acid out.
What the hell? Okay.
So he squeezes stomach acid out all over to one of the doctor's face, and is like, he's screaming.
So he just vomited over him, basically. So
basically, raw stomach acid, and his face is all melted. And then he turned what else? He turned his piss. He's been saving his piss, and he had what else did he have? But he basically made his piss flammable.
What the fuck? So he okay, I don't know.
Yeah, he's in prison. That's where he's butt naked. He ain't got nobody's using.
Remember that thing you always say he whipped him with his dick? I mean, basically that's what he did.
Basically, that's what he's doing. Yeah, Batman's kicking everybody's ass with his dick. So he uses his piss as some sort of explosive gunpowder and blows the door off the cell and escapes again. And he's running through and he's trying to escape. And that's where he meets Waylon, who's now straight up Killer Croc.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he finds his armor, puts on his armor, and you know, yeah, he's in the Langstrom, the Kurt Langstrom like room where they're doing experiments on all these animals, and that's where he meets Waylon, and he's all, you know, he's all crocked out, and the design, the Killer Croc design, he almost looks like a dinosaur, like a mutant dinosaur, you know. And of course, like Bane shows up, and there's a big old Bane fight. He fights Bane again, and then Killer Croc shows up and like bites Bane and like fucks up Bane, you know, fucks Bane up. Killer Croc fucks Bane up, and like Batman's like, yeah, hey, fuck yeah, Waylon, it's me, Bruce, remember? And Waylon remembers. So then, yeah, Batman jumps on Croc's back, Killer Croc, and they start riding out. And the doctors are like
Mario and Yoshi, some shit.
Yeah, basically. They're like, oh, he's trying to, the security, he's trying to escape, and he's got subject, whatever Waylon's prisoner, you know, 655321 or whatever. They're trying to escape. And then Bane's like, oh, don't worry, we'll get him. And when we capture him, I'm really going to break him. And that's where it says to be continued. So this was just crazy.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is just insane Batman shit, and I'm here for it. I loved it.
Even when he don't have any weapons, he has weapons. Huh?
Yeah, he's got his stomach acid, he's got his piss, he's got his teeth. The goddamn Batman. So this is the kind of Batman that I think could be on the Justice League and kick Darkseid's ass.
Let's not do that. Don't give James Gunn any ideas, because I don't want to know where he goes with this.
But you know how I'm always saying, yeah, you're Batman. I don't like Batman when he's on the Justice League. He's got no powers. He just, you know. But I can see Batman on this Justice League. This Batman, absolute Batman on the Justice League. Yes.
Oh,
just yeah, whipping out his dick and pissing flames on everybody. Yeah, so this is of the 5 out of 5. This is my book of the week. This is just insane, you know.
Yeah, that sounds crazy as hell. Oh, but what about Catwoman?
Oh, she was like, what was she doing? She's out. They're looking for him. They're like wondering where Bruce is. Was that a flashback? I think that was a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a flashback where, you know, they're talking. It was like, you know, Snyder's. You know, he jumps back and forth between, you know, his narratives are always jumping back and forth between time, the modern and then the past. And it was a flashback where Bruce was helping him train against a bigger fighter. Waylon fight, you know, a fight and the guy was big and they weren't sure if Waylon was going to win. So it was about Waylon's determination, you know, to keep on fighting. And that's what drove Bruce to keep on fighting and not give up while he's in the cell, and what brought him to, you know, use his stomach acid and piss to explode shit. You know, that's where she showed up. It was like one of those flashbacks.
One of those.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, but yeah, 5 out of 5, book of the week, dope shit. You know, best issue so far of the Absolute Batman.
All right, Eli, here's my retro book. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I found it. I've been looking for this book ever since we started this podcast, and I found it last night. I'm not going to tell you where I found it. I found it. All right. So the book I'm going to do is Action Comics Annual number 1, 1987. Are you familiar with this book? Okay. Well, the point is, this is a Batman Superman book, like post-crisis. Not the first time they met each other, but one of the earliest times they met each other, and they fight vampires in this book. They kind of just tell you up front that they fought vampires in this book. So we're just going to just jump to it, tell you what happened, and go from there. And let's see. All right. So the book starts off with this girl named Skeeter. She's just running away. She's being chased down by people, and she got like a little Mr. Peanut thing. I think they retired Mr. Peanut, but whatever. All right, so she's getting hunted down, and she's running from them. She's like, okay, I can't let them catch me. And they got pitchforks and shit like that. And they like, okay, I guess she's not gonna come in here. I guess we should let her go. And she goes to her house, and she's like laying at her parents' feet. And she's like, don't worry, I'm gonna make them pay for what they did. I'll find the one that'll help me make them pay. And who are parents? 2 dead corpses. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So apparently Batman has come to this city called Fayetteville, South Carolina, but he's in disguise. Not as Master Malone, but like some guy called Mr. Smith, something like that, because he's following a trail of bodies from Gotham City to South Carolina. And he brought somebody else with him, I guess his girlfriend or his assistant.
So he's a detective in this book.
He's a detective in this. He's trailing across. And the reason he's there because Commissioner Gordon was like, I don't know what's going on with this. I need your help. Because it's so new that even Commissioner Gordon really don't trust the Batman. This is when he's the Batman. So yeah. All right. So he goes to this towner, he finds people and shit. Batman's all this. Scroll it. Yeah, and now he's on the city. It's nighttime, and he's the Bat, and he's following the trail. And you got this. Oh, Art Adams did this book. That's why I'm talking about this book. And he's on the trail, and so the person he came with, Miss Carlson, got a throat slit. Like, damn, just a fast? Like that night she came in there, and that's when you see a bunch of people that see him, and they think Batman did it. Because, of course, guys stand over dead body just like a bat. Of course, he would do some shit like that. So they got knives and pitchforks, shit like that, ready to come for him. And, of course, Batman does some Batman shit, throw a gas pellet out, kicks a few of them. And, Batman's out of there. So he like, I know it's cowardly, but I didn't want to hurt them because I know they're untrained. So this shit is getting a little bit too crazy. So I'm going to have to call in help. So that's when you get the Daily Planet, and you get one of the assistants talking to, hey, Clark Kent. Somebody on the phone is with you. They want to say his name is Batman. Like, you want to take the call? They're like, man, it's a prank call. Let's give me the phone anyway. I just tell him what he's supposed to be doing. But this is so early, they don't know each other's secret identity yet. So the reason Batman is calling him, and I love this panel also, Batman hacked into a telephone pole. That's how you know this the 80s. They don't do that shit anymore. So he hacked to a telephone pole. He was like, look, Clark Kent, I know you write articles about Superman. I know you and Superman are close. Y'all know each other. I need him down in Fayetteville, South Carolina right now, because this shit is even too big for me. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I think I might not be able to handle it. But and I know he cares about saving people. He was like, yeah, that's cool, but how do I know this Batman? How do I know it's just some crazy ass dude in his drawers just doing a prank call right now? That's right. You might be right. So here's the thing. I want you to tell Superman one word. When you tell him this word, he'll know it's me. And the word is magpie. And Superman go, oh shit, what? But he just pretend like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He don't want to expose our secret identity. But all he had to say was magpie, and that's it. So for those who know what magpie is, magpie was the first post-crisis villain they fought against. She not Darkseid, it was just a jewel thief with no powers. They got killed like about a couple years later. So, but they're the only ones that would know that. That's how he knows it's Batman. So he decides to suit up and like, this is a job for Superman, flies on shit like that. So Batman goes, does his thing, and he sees that girl. The girl name is Skeeter. She's like, I knew you would come see me. And Batman's like, wait, why is this girl not scared of me? I'm the Batman. She's supposed to know people run away to see me, but she hugs me and shit. Like, this ain't normal. So she's like, you need to come back with me. Mom and Pa want to see you. So she goes with him, and Superman's there, and he talks to basically X-ray vision. Everybody sees everybody's okay. And he goes to the sheriff department and sees some like Barney Fife looking motherfucker in there, something like that. Like, how do I know you're Superman? You're like, of course he's Superman. What, you think he's a vampire? And Batman and Superman's like, vampire, So bypass all that. We go to Batman. He goes into the same house she went to, and he sees the dead parents, and Batman goes, good Lord. And she's like, why did you say that name? How did you say the holy name? And she's like, okay, is she really religious? And Batman starts going detective mode. He's like, or is it something else? And she's like, you're not who I thought you were. You aren't one. You're like the others. And then she starts doing shit to him and starts fucking his head up. And he's like, okay. But anyway, we'll come back to that. Superman sees a bunch of dead bodies and shit. He started freaking out shit like that. And then we got Batman like freaking out because she started doing some whammy jammy shit to him because she's a vampire. And he's just like, I can't, like 5 more seconds, I'm gonna lose control of my body. I gotta get the hell out of here. So he jumps out the place and lands in the quicksand. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know I was here. And then he's trying to get out of it, but he sinks to the bottom. And yeah, that's the end of the Batman. And she's like, well, that was easy. Okay. And she's like, rise, my children. So all the dead corpses that she killed earlier, they rise, jump out of the hospital, out the morgue, and now they're attacking the city. And Superman goes into Superman mode, trying to attack them. And yeah, so she's like taking over the city and shit. They're like basically vampire zombies all over the city. And they're not killing anybody, but they are like destroying a whole bunch of shit. So they're destroying a whole bunch of shit and debris. What Superman does decides to super speed, snatch them all in one spot, and grab all the debris and bricks that they did, and bam, 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 stack them into like this little fake prison right here, just that quick. Like that'll hold them until the police come get them. So yeah, and that's when he sees Skeeter. She's there. She's like, let me guess, you're in charge of all this. She's like, it's me, Superman. And then he does the whammy jammy shit to him too, and she's like, what the hell going on? And then she like jumps at him and bam, slashes him. She's like, wait, what? How the fuck that happened? She's like, oh, that's right. She's a vampire. She's magic. Of course she could do that shit. So yeah, so she can kill him. So then she jumps at him again, and he tries to keep him off of him, but she like does some more whammy jammy shit to him, and she's all demon mode now and shit like that. That Superman can't fight her off because his will is getting weaker and weaker. She's like, one just temporary pain will give you eternal life, Superman. Just one little bite. And then, bam, she gets stabbed in the chest. By who? The Batman. She's like, I thought you was dead. He's like, well, reports of my dead are exaggerated, unlike yours. And then stabs her, put her down. And yeah, that's it. She's like, but I thought you drowned. She's like, no, I didn't drown. I was in quicksand. I can swim in quicksand. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been wanting that for 30 years, but apparently Batman can do it. So yeah, whatever. So Batman's just like, thank you for saving me, Batman. He's like, I didn't save you for you. I saved you for me. I didn't feel like fighting a super vampire later on. So, oh, and those wounds on your chest, put some holy word on them. So yeah. So Batman goes to the graves of all the vampires that she killed and he killed. And they're like, thank God it's over. Batman's like, no, it's not over. And he's got like a whole bunch of stakes in his hand. He was like, y'all might want to turn away while I take care of this. The end. So yeah, that's the story. So Batman, Superman, vampires, magic, they got to team up. They don't know each other, or they might know each other. Kind of hard to say. So yeah. Hold up. Did we hold on.
Viewers on it's another bot.
Another bot. Thanks for listening. I think I turned something on that now the bots are showing up and shit like that. But yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to review that book since we got here. First comic book I ever read. So that's why I wanted to read it. Yeah. So
wow.
It's not even on DC Unlimited. It's actually on Comixology, like in a trade paperback. But if you click on it, they like you read the sample size. They give you like the first sample size. That's what I read it from. That's what we just read it from. So, yeah. So they did that. So that's all I got. What you got from there?
Was it everything you remember?
It was. I remember the end with Superman getting slashed and bleeding. I didn't know that was a thing at the time. I like, how's Superman bleeding? You know, and that's what I meant to say about the post-crisis. Like last time, like Superman never bled pre-crisis before then. So that's like a whole new thing there. Batman saving him. I'm like, how is that possible? Batman human, but you know. So it brought back some memories to me, like all the 80s and shit. So yeah, it was there. Mm-hmm. All right, so what you got next?
Well, let's slap a score.
Oh, I'm still getting a 5 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's still got that special place in my heart. So yeah.
All right, that's weird that you remember the first comic book you ever read.
Yeah, it stuck in my head because it was like, man, I didn't buy it. I think it was like laying on like underneath my cousin's bed or some shit like that. I just found it. I don't think all the pages were there.
Because I remember like getting comics as a kid, but I didn't know how to read. I was just like looking at pictures, you know, for like, you know, throughout my childhood. But the actual one that I actually read was probably a Spider-Man or a Fantastic Four.
Well, this one stuck with me because, like I said, at the time, like I knew about Superman, knew about Batman. I had no idea that they even teamed up at the time. Like that really like blew my mind at the time. So yeah.
There was a book, and I don't remember what it was, but it had a dinosaur on the cover, and it was like my favorite book because I was really into dinosaurs. I'm thinking it was a Fantastic Four because I think Kang was in it.
Okay.
But I just liked it because it had a dinosaur in it. And I remember it was all fucked up. The cover had been ripped off, and I taped it back on. I stapled it back on because I just really liked that book. And I don't remember what book it was. I just remember the dinosaur.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you'll find it sooner or later.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it's something like you remember a book and then you see it and you're like, oh, that was the book. That was the
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do it with like G.I. Joe because like G.I. Joe was like the first comic that I started reading monthly.
Yeah.
So that was like, early 80s. I was like in second, third grade or whatever.
Okay. And it was Marvel. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do my last book is Mothra, Queen of the Monsters.
Nice.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
And this has been great. So this has Mothra. These sisters they were separated during this whole monster battle war that their parents were killed, and now they've been training to become the new Mothra fairies who summon Mothra. It involves time travel and all this stuff. And Megaguirus is like a giant dragonfly mosquito monster that Godzilla fought in one of the 2000s era. Anyway, that's the monster that's been summoned this timeless. This involves time travel. Anyway, Megaguirus is now in the present, destroying the place, and Mothra has to, protect the Earth and fight.
Yeah, this art, man, I love it.
Yeah, the art's great. But she fought Megaguirus like an issue or two ago and got her ass whooped. So they're like, we need to train Mothra, because she just hatched. They had to go back in time and get an egg, bring it to the present, and she just hatched, so she's, still new. Antra is the other monster. That's the one right there. That's Antra. And Antra is like the opposite of Mothra. And they're training. They're fighting. So this is basically a tournament. This whole book is like a tournament. She fights Antra, gets beat by Antra, but then she goes and she fights like Angrius and what the hell? Rodan and some Maguma and Titanosaurus. So it's like all these old school obscure Godzilla villains show up. Gabara, all the like from Monster Island, Baragon and fucking Rodan. Well, Rodan's not that obscure. That's one of Godzilla's main villains. But yeah, Mothra's training to fight, preparing for battle. And it just goes through, it's like a montage. Every page is like, not so much a splash page, but every page is a battle, of Mothra fighting different monsters. And it's really cool. So they're like, okay, well, Megaguirus is here. So we think hopefully Mothra's got enough, battle, experience to do, to hopefully kick Megaguirus' ass this time. And then Megaguirus finally shows up in the city. I'm like, well, it's time to go, time to battle. But then Megaguirus transforms into Omegaguirus.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're like, oh shit. And to be concluded. So next issue is going to be the finale. So, this has been cool. This has been a lot of fun. Mothra's, again, one of my favorite Godzilla characters and, kind of represents birth and life and,
the
rebirth.
The
cycle of life, whereas Godzilla is all about destruction. Yeah. But no, I'll give this a 4 out of 5. I love the art. All the battles. It was like a nostalgia trip, kind of a, oh shit. Oh yeah, I remember that monster. So yeah, a lot of fun. 4 out of 5. This was cool. Way better than the Godzilla versus destroys the Marvel Universe or whatever the one.
Yeah, because I noticed you purposely.
Yeah, I did read it. It's number 1, so it's going to be like a series.
Oh, so it's not like a one shot. Okay.
Yeah, all these one-shot Marvel books I've been reading, but they've been one-shots, one and done. This is going to be a series. And I don't know. It kind of feels like that Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong book, which I ended up dropping.
Yeah, it just went longer than what it needed to. Overstated welcome. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's what feels like this. Like the only thing is, I found Mole Man awakens Godzilla, which I thought was cool. But then Godzilla comes and starts kicking the Fantastic Four and the Avengers, and X-Men are off planet. They said they can't do anything, and then it kicks Thor's ass, which is weird because I just read Godzilla versus Thor last month. That
Different
Jason Aaron
writers,
wrote.
though, right?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Jerry Dugan. Duggan.
Dugan. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was just I. You know, but other than that, yeah, I also read the new Ninja Turtles, the Jason Aaron Ninja Turtles, which is good, still good, and G.I. Joe. New G.I. Joe is still going. So.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, a lot of books dropped this week.
A lot of books, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so, but other than that, yeah, I'm booked out.
Okay. I got no more books. I'm done. No more old school retro books to do or last month book or anything like that. Like I said, let's get caught up to Imperial 2. Now we know where to go. I'm thinking the other books will be cheaper than what the other one was, so we can manage that. So oh, like I said, I'm still dropping a link to give you the issue of Imperial 1 so everybody can catch up and read and see what's going on with that one.
Did you ever do that interview or put up that interview?
I did it. I didn't put it up. I gave it to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just sent them a link. I'm like, y'all do what y'all want to with it. Now, whether they did anything with it, probably not. Whatever. So I did my part. That's on y'all at that point. So yeah. Like I said, next week, I guess we'll do Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four drops this week. So
does it? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm going to do I really can't do a deep dive on Fantastic Four because I don't really know shit about Fantastic Four. So I guess I'll spend this week learning about Fantastic Four. Let me do that. That's my goal this week. So yeah. Until then, this is Leroy.
Isn't it also Comic-Con next week too?
Nobody's going, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody's canceled. So yeah. Yeah. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.